So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to solve quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. We learned actually three other ways of solving quadratic equations: factoring, and then using the square root rule. Of course, square root rule cannot be used for all quadratic equations. And then we learned completing the square. The quadratic formula evolved from completing the square, but it can be used to solve any quadratic equation, right? And so let's look at this example. We want to solve this using the quadratic formula. So the very first thing that you do is, just as you do in factoring, right? You want to make sure that everything is on the left hand side and only zeros on the right hand side. Now, the quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So you need to memorize this formula, right? And then you need to now identify what A, B, and C are and then plug it in. That's all you do. So let's see what A is. A is the coefficient of x squared. So in this case, the coefficient of x squared is 1. B is the coefficient of x, which is what? Minus 2. C is the constant term, the full constant term, which is a negative 4. And now it's a matter of plugging it in. X equals negative b, which is what? Negative of negative 2 plus or minus b squared, which is negative 2 squared minus 4 times a is what? A is 1. Okay, so negative 2 squared, which is b is negative 2 minus 4 times a is 1. What is c? C is negative 4 divided by 2 times a, which is 2 times a, which is 2 times 1. So now if you simplify that, you get negative of negative 2 is positive 2. Plus or minus, you got to be very careful here inside the radical. Negative 2 squared is 4. Now see what's going on. 4 times 1 times negative 4. That is 4 times 1 is 4 times negative 4 is negative 16. Negative of negative 16 is positive 16. So it's positive 16 inside the radical, okay? And then you divide that by 2. So x is equal to 2 plus or minus square root 20 divided by 2. But we want to simplify the square root 20 so that it looks nicer. So we can actually write the square root 20 as 4 times 5 square root. Why did I do that? Then I can take out the square root 4 and write it as 2. So I can write this as 2 plus or minus 2 square root 5 over 2. And now students make a common mistake. When you divide the two, you got to make sure you don't just divide this. You need to distribute the 2 into both. So you do both pieces. So 2 over 2 is 1 plus or minus, and then again 2 over 2 is 1 square root 5. So you get two solutions. X is equal to 1 plus square root 5 and x is equal to 1 minus square root 5. So remember, the first thing to remember is it's very easy to use this, right? Make sure that you have everything on the left hand side, including the constant, right? And then you identify your A, B, and C, and you just write this formula, the quadratic formula, and you plug in the values. Be careful about the radical, and then when you finally get the answer for x, make sure that you divide the entire numerator, both pieces of the numerator, by the denominator if you want to do that. Okay, and that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.